started to come to this place, my wife said, "Wear a tie." I said, "Come on, everybody know me there, this Moon community." But she said, "No, you have to wear a tie. You are going to speak today on that evening." So, as an obedient and duty-bound husband, I am here with you and clad in a tie. Uh, so, like a few weeks back, when Pansab told me about this, creating this community and his ideas on creating a movement in new age learning, a lifelong learning kind of stuff. I was literally fascinated with his ideas. And then when it came to this uh, teacher planner thing, I was really excited. I was really excited because I have been working in education now for 3 years, but my background is not into this. I'm an electrical engineer, have been selling industrial products, transformers, UPS system, air conditioning, for all MNCs to a startup to all things. And then 3 years back, I started into, because it was my passion, I wanted to help people. I started a new startup with the name AdRegister. I will be coming on to the today's topic, but before that, I want to let you know about me, what kind of things I'm doing, so that you understand what is the relation, what I'm going to tell you today. So, MadRegister is a ed tech company. It's basically a not-for-profit Section 8 company, and it's an open source technology company where we are creating. You can understand it's a credit card size device which you connect to a phone, and the other side you connect to some sensors, and you can actually talk to the physical world. So different kind of sensor, a piezoelectric sensor, a temperature sensor, or a light sensor, or whatever kind of sensor, pH sensor, and then this device will start automatically fetching data on 100,000 samples per second, and the data is in your hand. Now, with that data, you can also plot it, you can also talk to this data with computer coding, and can take the desired result. So what we wanted to give a laboratory in the hands of kids, and want to give them the liberty to experiment anytime, anywhere. So now with this very economic device, and since it is open source, everything is available on GitLab. So since it is an open source platform, and then one thing I wanted to share. Last week we have been awarded by HackerDate, which is an international platform, is very well known on the technology side of hardware. We have been awarded as top 20 products in one category. So, thank you, sir. And with a priced amount, $1,000.
He doesn't want to tell. He's spending money only for himself.
He's giving a free talk to you, sir. So I appreciate that.
Yeah.
You're not charging for it.
Yeah. Thanks, sir. So, and I will come on to this because I love selling. So, so then, like when it was around 2.5 years back, we started initially with an idea of selling hardware, starting a sales engine on hardware in India, because nothing till today is available. And we believe perfectly that this is a very nice idea to do it in India, but we were not having that 50 lakh bucks at that time, and we decided to choose something else, and we got a pain area of students globally. So we have made this product for the global people, like Africa, or but then we have made it for America also. We have made it for Australia also. There is a guy from University of Italy who is creating our website in Italian. Like we have been working with IITD here in Delhi. We have been working with DTU and other universities also to experiment what ways people will learn, and we will create free videos so that these videos can be seen by the people, and these young guys can understand what ways technology can be learned in a very fast fashion. But then since I said, when you're trying to create an open source thing, and the frustration also comes. The frustration was, am I the only fool here in this world who's trying to do something good without having any money with me? So I was trying to find out who all other are there fool like me. So in December 2014, I started a community with the name of Entrepreneurs in Educational Innovation, where I was trying to understand how you can, where are those similar guys trying to make a change in the world. And this was a lesson for me. Like the community grew very well. Within a week's time, there were 25 people on it. And then I was very happy, so I said, let's do an icebreaker. I called a first meeting. 3 people came apart from me. I was like, it was like, it was a disaster. I was thinking why I'm doing it. But then when I started talking to them, they said, Anupam, your ideas are super. You should do it, definitely. So I went back home. I rewrote this entire thing. And then this time I said, it will be an invitation only event. I will be screening. You will not believe, people from Harvard, owners of universities, NGOs, policymakers, there were 25 people, 23 precisely apart from me, all kind of nice people. And this was, I understood this power of social. The power of social was very strong. When you go to somebody and trying to, ask something for yourself, they will usually decline. But when you are talking to people for the betterment of people, they understand it. And then what you are doing, you are creating your own brand. So it gradually started, and people started knowing me. I started knowing a few people, and it was going great. Like the community grew very well, 600, 750, and so on. And then one day, Professor Pant joined. And I was like, come on, sir, is it you? And he said, yes, it's me. And I could recall that time when I was in an event and he was speaking, and I was thinking, yaar, is bande se kaise baat hogi? He's super. And then I got the chance to have him on this platform. What I'm trying to tell you, when you're trying to become a teacher trainer, it is all about creating your community. If I say Narendra Modi, Obama, or whoever, those big names, they all have their audience. And since they have their audience, their followers, that's why they are, big influencers. So if you want to become an entrepreneur, teacherpreneur, independent educator, or whatsoever, you have to create your audience. This is very important. I understood dynamics today very well. This word dynamics, when something can change in a very small moment. When Payal gave her presentation, and I was not knowing she's going to present it, and she almost covered a big chunk of my presentation. So I understood dynamics better. But then, what I wanted to tell here is the transformation. She also said that teacher trainer. It is very important. I will start with a story, and this is a story of a fisherman. This, these are very kind of very hard-working people. So they usually get up very early in the morning. So this fisherman also started early in the morning at say 4 o'clock, get ready for the day, started walking. It was still dark, 4 o'clock, still dark, and he was still going. He knew maybe around 4:30 the day will come. So he was going, and something stuck with his food. So he started touching it because this was dark, he was not able to see it. And he understood that there was a bag, and he put his hand in the bag. And he realized there was some pebbles. Now he was thinking what to do, and he got an idea. Okay, I can go with these pebbles and I have to pass my time, so I'll go to the river. I play with it. So he took that thing, went to the river, and started playing that pebble. So he threw the one pebble, and then you remember that game of tuck 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 tuck. So he was counting the numbers 3 times, 4 times, this time 5 times. Oh my gosh, what a beautiful thing I have done. And then the time passed by. It was about 4:30, and then he was having another pebble in the hand, and he was about to throw. And then the first ray came, and the ray was on the pebble, and this pebble was sparkling. It was a diamond. He was like, "My gosh, what I have done!" And he opened it. There were 2 more pebbles. He started crying. What I have done, what I could have made with this thing. It is amazing. Yeah, I could have done so much with this money, but now I'm having only 3 pebbles or 3 diamonds for that matter. What to do with it? Now, there are 2 perspectives to this story. Some of the people say he was very unlucky, and the other people say he was very lucky. Had that ray came just after 2 minutes, he would have not been knowing what he was having. At least now he was having 3 diamonds. So he was crying for an hour or so, and then he settled down. He took those diamonds, went back into the market, bought some new big boats and a house, got settled, married, and the life was good. What I'm trying to tell you, every one of us is having those 3 diamonds now. You need to understand those 3 diamonds if you're trying to turn from teacher to a teacherpreneur. When we are a teacher, we are already knowing, some stuff that we have been doing, like content or creating those curriculums or whatsoever. What we are not knowing about the thing which Bansab and I'm sorry, your name is Ashok. Ashok sir were talking, the selling, marketing. This marketing is one big thing you should know if you want to become a teacherpreneur from a teacher. You should understand it. Then second can be designing. You know that content, but if you're not able to create that book or worksheet or something which is worth selling, then you are again not going to make anything big. So you need to understand that also. And then third thing is obviously the operations. If you're not good on selling and you are not creating a product and you are not understanding how to manage your daily operations, you're not going to make a teacherpreneur. Entrepreneurship is really being on toes. So I will suggest that you should get your 3 diamonds before you are turning into a teacherpreneur. Today we'll talk about 4 different things. Product identification, designing. This is very important for us. Then we'll talk about online presentation and portfolio. I'm talking about the internet mode only. We can talk about the offline things also. But today I'm talking about internet mode only. So being online in a right manner is very important. And then understanding retail engines where you are selling your products, and then product promotion and money minting. I'm just thinking why I wrote that money minting, because everybody is putting me into that reference frame of money minting. I'm not here only to talk about money. As a matter of fact, entrepreneurship is not about money. Entrepreneurship is about passion. Money is a byproduct, and it's true. When you are trying to do something good with your passion, you will obviously make money. It's a byproduct, it has to come. So I was telling about that, I started creating that community, and this is now around 2,000 people in it, all from the education space. And I started helping people. I started helping people in every manner, whatever ways I can help them. You want to, because I was having that kind of background of marketing and all those stuff, and I understood all these entrepreneurs who were trying to do something into education were having two major problems. One was sales. They do not understand sales totally, most of them. And second was they were into the field of education, but they hardly understand education. They were very good on technology, but they do not understand education at all. Like, I got a guy from Pune and he said, "Sir, I have made a super product in augmented reality. I'm into education technology. I help them on technology." So that kind of people come to me. So I said, "Okay, that's cool, very nice. So tell me about it." And he said, "Okay, you just see my product. It's a very nice product in augmented reality." So I saw that engine and it was super. Literally, the work that this team has done was like as if it was not made in India. So I appreciate it. And I said, "Okay, so now what you are trying to do?" Said, "Simple. We are going to launch it in pre-primary space. What we have to do? ABCD to sikhani hai." So I said, "Come on, how can you say that? You're actually going to kill your product." Because if you are, what difference do you make if you are just going to teach ABCD? You have to understand that curriculum thing, you have to understand that designing thing. And I said, "Okay, I'll arrange somebody from the curriculum thing and I'll attach and I'll get some designing person." And so Chumbak ki ek designer thi, so I asked her to be with them, and finally it didn't materialize with them, but that was the kind of support I was trying to give. And then the curriculum person I gave. And now he was very happy. Now he's coming out with a new product called Magic Box. He'll be very soon hitting the market. And that Magic Box is, the shape will also be a Magic Box, having certain things in it. You just put your tab onto it. And augmented reality is something when you hit a trigger, some kind of videos or things come onto your tab. And so like, let's say you are trying to understand what ways that fort is. So you just put a fort picture. This is a trigger for that app, and then you start seeing 3D thing on the fort. So you can really, it's not a cardboard thing obviously, but at least a tab thing can be done there. So what I'm trying to say, education, understanding education is very good. So if a teacher is trying to become an entrepreneur, at least one thing is very strong: education. One understand education very well. So the only thing we have to work is marketing, understanding the people. Now, we usually believe that understanding marketing is very easy. You have to just go talk to people, tell them what product we are having. It is an amazing product. You have to buy it, obviously, and then it's gone. But it's not that way. It's all about interaction with people. If I can understand what Mr. Ashok is thinking now, this is marketing. When I'm talking to Payal and I'm trying to understand what ways I can collaborate with her, it is marketing. When I'm trying to understand my kind of platform, how this can solve the problems of many people, it is marketing. Identification is marketing. So that's why I have put the very first thing, identification. I can tell you this is the biggest thing that you have to understand. If you have made a right product, you are really a money minting engine. I'll come on to the next.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, sure.
See, when you say identification on the product, I may think it's a great product, but unless I'm able to align with that person whose need I'm trying to satisfy, how does that identification matter? It has to ultimately match to that person's needs.
Sir, 90, as per the numbers they give in the startup community, 95, more than 95% of the startup companies, when they are funded or when they are not funded. नॉन फंडेड तो फेल होते हैं, 95% फंडेड स्टार्टअप भी फेल होते हैं, यूजुअली बिकॉज दे आर ट्राइंग टू मेक इट टू मेक मनी. If you are having a passion and you have realized there is a uh, 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 gap, there is a pain available. You take any earlier story, be it Alibaba or be it this Dell also or anything. At that point of time, if and they actually did, they went to the market, they tried to understand whether this idea works. Everybody said no. Then even they persisted and they made. You have to be convinced by yourself that this is a right pain area and this will work. And then let's believe that we are trying to work on our passion. There is always a possibility it will work or not.
Can I suggest?
Sure. Yeah.
So just to answer your question, I think getting on the point that you said 95% of the startups fail, even the ones which are funded. I think what the problem lies, maybe, as I said, is where they start for money, maybe, which is what is writing, which is what we're discussing earlier too. If there's always a demand and supply kind of a thing. If there's a proper needs analysis actually, and there's a proper market survey before you can begin to actually do product identification and a designing, maybe that's where most of these startups actually lack. If they do that, the diligent in the right way, and then you come up with the product identification, maybe a niche segment, or purely addressing the needs of the segment, whatever is required, and fill up that gap. I think that's what's ideally required, unless you're really innovative. And you come up with something that is superlative and something really out of the box and something that doesn't exist yet. And then, of course, it's all about designing it the right way, marketing it, and selling it, and then implementing it.
I tell you one more thing. See, I have been a career counseling enthusiast. I talk to many kids to let them understand what ways this career thing is changing. In last 5 years, the kind of careers has come, we have never seen them earlier. So, interest is one thing. That a young girl of let's say 14 goes to aerodrome, watches a air hostess and thinks, I will become air hostess. This is very nice life. The other day she went to to a fashion boutique and she thinks, I will become a boutique person. I will become a fashion designer. So interests keep changing. You shouldn't be governed by the interest. You should understand passion is way different from interest. So, like for me, education is my passion. I cannot think beyond it. Like I have been a seller for industrial product for 13-14 years. I have been approached by many people. You become a VP of my company. I'll give this, that. And I said, simple. I cannot think beyond education. And they said, but you are not an education person. You don't have any degree into education. And I said, but I teach principles, not a problem. So, and I really do. So, yeah, please.
I just wanted to add to what Nidhi said.
Yeah.
I think also needs analysis is fine, but usually the passion arises from a very personal experience that the person has been through, a pain point that he or she has witnessed either with her own family members, or his own family members, or looking at society.
Right.
So I also moved into education. I was in the IT industry. I just saw when I went to colleges to hire students for my company, I realized that they were completely clueless about so many things, and they didn't have the right work ethics. They did not. So I said, so in an alumni meet, I and a friend of mine, we were criticizing, and we were saying, what has come to education? Why are even IITs putting out such poor products?
Right.
So then we said, you know what, complaining won't solve the problem. So let's do something about it. So we quit our jobs. I was the managing director of a software company. We said, no, we'll have to put our money where our mouth is. And we started a small company and we started doing career counseling and all that. Complete shift, and we are not educators. So like him, it was a pain that I felt that the system had to change.
Right.
And
See, I tell you one thing.
this also is very important.
When it comes to passion, I try to reiterate what ways you can understand the passion is. I don't want to make it official, but I'm trying to say it. Like last week we were at Planning Commission because Government of India is launching Atal Tinkering Labs. It is something which is amazing for that matter. In India,
Can you rename the program?
Atal Tinkering Lab, ATL.
Adult, I heard adult tinkering lab. So adults will be allowed to tinker. I know that's very innovative.
So,
Adults
so,
being allowed to
so
tinker.
there is a famous saying: "We hear what we think."
Yes.
So, like we got to read that blog somewhere about Atal Tinkering Labs, and we were very happy that something is being done at least. And when we got into those guidelines, and it was like, I said, "Come on, how can they do? Can they do this? This is a like killing of 100 crore rupees." So I just took the phone, called the Niti Aayog, and took that, because I'm a marketing person, so I knew it will take a little bit time. But then after 3-4 calls, I could reach the right guys, and I said, "How can you do that?" And they said, "So what else can you done with this small money? We are launching 500 labs." I said, "You can do wonders. You can do magic with this money." So he said, "Okay, come over, we'll discuss." So we went there. And then the discussion went like, "Okay, tell me about you." So I said, "Come on, sir. Let me understand first what you guys are like. Who are you? Who are you? And you already know who I am, because I have already told who I am. But it's okay." So what I'm Anupam Kaushik from madregister.org, who's trying to do something good into science and technology education for the masses, and especially into electronics and tinkering and all those stuff. So we believe that whatever you are doing, it's very good that the government has come with such an initiative, and you guys are doing good. But something much better can be done with small 3-4 changes. So will you be willing to hear? And the way we understood was like, he was not willing to listen. What he was trying to understand: have you ever seen a tinkering lab? And I said, "Come on, sir, you go to Delhi to any person who is involved into these kind of stuff and just ask what is madregister.org, you'll get your answer." Then he said, and then I said, "What you're trying to make? You said 1 million people, 1 million students will be touched upon with this thing. Can you give me the mathematics? Because it cannot be done with your answer." So the deputy, got apprehensive and said, "Do you know he is our senior advisor? He was like, last month he was in USA." And I said, "So what's big deal? He must be in Arizona, Intel Fair." And he was like, "Okay," because he was there obviously. So I said, "We are not solving here international problems. We are solving Indian problems." So what I'm trying to tell, ultimately he understood, and he accepted that, okay, you can give your inputs and we will incorporate them. But we said, "No, we are not going to give it. We'll publish it on our blog, and then you can use them if you want." The idea is, passion is something which was not directly connected to me. Then even we took that pain and went to that thing where we knew that anything can come. So I was not thinking about money. But then if I am going to get connected with them, obviously money can come. If my product is going to, they were buying 60,000 worth of a CRO. With my device, in 5,000 rupees, you can do the same. So,
But I think many government schemes do not look for the cheapest option because they can't make money out of cheap options.
sir, I
So,
really, like,
I'm being a little cynical,
we
but-
usually think that way, but it is not true. Totally. The problem is unavailability of information and unavailability of willingness. It is not necessarily corruption. Not necessarily.
No, even this example you gave is a very clear example of how egos in the government
True.
do
Very
not
true.
allow any tinkering to happen.
True. Very true.
This gentleman is supposedly setting up tinkering lab, but he doesn't have the guts to tinker
Yes.
with the idea that even without education, without having been to a tinkering
Yeah.
lab, you can know about tinkering.
So let's come on to the teacher planner thing once again. What I have tried here is a graph. Anybody who is good with graph will have already recognized what is it. But for some of the people who are not good and like me, I'll try to go with them. It is like when the input I have put on x-axis, low input side and high input side, where I have to put more money, more time, that way, and the upper side, high return, low return. So that way I have tried to put. So blogs can be one thing that um, uh, 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 any teacher can start to become a teacher fan. Now, now blogs is very important. It's a set of some text or videos or something rich text that can give us very nice information. And if you are having a very good fan following, obviously you are creating your audience. The thing I was talking about. You know, you are creating a celebrity in you. Blog can be a very nice way to do it. If people started believing in your blogs, in your thoughts about things, they will naturally come to you. Like you must be knowing these blogs which are very well known blogs. Edu blogs, Edudemic, Edutopia, most of them are coming with Edu. There are many other things also. The technology for teachers is also a very nice blog. You must go through it. And then this last one, the innovative educator, is again very good. Audrey writes a blog which is again beautiful. So the idea, blog is not only for learning, it is also giving information to other people. Like I know a lady, Rashmi, who writes a blog, Mommy Labs, Mommy-Labs. Now, Mommy Labs is something, she is a homeschooler, she's trying to raise her kids, and she's trying to tell everyday stories, what ways they are learning, her kids are learning, what kind of things they are doing, and the same thing can be used by you. So if you are a unschooler or you are a standard person who is going into schools only, then even you can use it. So the same kind of thing you can start doing by writing, and there are many free platforms today that you can use, like Professor Pant used WordPress. It's a wonderful product for the blogging thing. So I will suggest we should start thinking what are my key capabilities, and depending on that, I should choose a product. When I say high input, low input, it is something like I'm saying how much money do I have, how much time do I have. I'm an employee, regular, like working 9 to 5, and then I'm coming home. So I can still think at least in a week's time I can write one blog. So I'm not paying a lot of money. I just need a internet connection to upload it that also, and I can write it simple in a text format or something. Create some videos, put it on it, and then my business started. How that starts is by affiliates. Now, affiliate program is an amazing thing. Can somebody tell what is affiliate programs?
Something that an agency is already doing and you affiliate yourself with those programs.
No, what ways it is helping the teacher brand?
You get a jump start. You already have affiliation with
I get it.
like
No.
British Council or
I get it. See, when let's say I was selling air conditioners. So my factory was making air conditioners. Now, let's say this factory was in Faridabad, and I want to sell it in Mumbai. I want to sell it in Kolkata. I want to sell it in Chandigarh, many other places. So what I do, I get some dealers over there. So how many ACs you want? 6 ACs. So I'll be putting those 6 ACs over there, and he can sell it over there locally. So Kolkata also. Similarly, in the internet space, it works like we are creating our dealers, and then these dealers have their own audience. So my brand can reach to those audience. So if Mommy Labs is writing about unschooling and I'm creating a worksheets, let's say for young kids. So if I get a collaboration with Mommy Labs, whoever is reading Mommy Labs will be able to see my advertisement or see my products. So what I say, I am a manufacturer of the product or a service, and you are a blogger. Would you like to be my affiliate so you can promote my products? And then in response you can get some money also or some other benefits. So these people are called affiliates. So there are many affiliate programs available, like
Sorry, if I may ask, which is more when you're saying affiliates will be more in terms of visibility and cross promotional kind of a thing. Right? I mean, that's what would it
right. But I'm taking it as a individual's perspective, as a teacher perspective. You know, you started writing blogs, but how you are going to make money? Somebody has to give you money. So when you are having an audience, when you are already a celebrity, then you can start promoting some stuff on your platform and make money. Maybe it is little. The issue is you are having low input. With low input and low returns, you are in this quadrant and you are making this thing only. Low input, low returns, blogs, affiliates, ebooks.
So my question is, are you the one affiliating others to yourself, or the other way around? You are affiliating with well-known names.
Everybody is looking for this is a mutual game.
My point is-
I'm as a blogger, I'm trying to sell something, and as let's say Lego or let's say Amazon, they're trying to sell products. They want to reach out to more buyers, so they are also regularly looking for bloggers. Regularly, you do that. My City for Kids, they ask bloggers to come over on their platform and write. What you do, you write a small blog over there and give a link to your blog, main blog. So this is a very high traffic engine where many people are coming. You are also having your blog over here. So with that backlink, your blog is also getting more traffic. So what you do, you identify many high traffic areas of those, websites or other stuff, and try to write blogs. So these are called kind of guest blogging. And with that guest blogging, you can have backlinks to your website where you have wrote a blog or an article on, let's say, how to teach your kids robotics or how to teach your kids electrical circuits. You know, now this thing is in fashion today. Solar thing you want to teach. You go to any kind of a middle class or upper middle class frame, they want to teach their kids these kind of things, and they are trying to understand. So I'm trying to teach robotics, and I have to buy a Mindstorm kit of Lego, which is costing 25,000 bucks. I do not have that much money. So are we having another options too? So then this blog is talking about all these stuff, how you can start in 500 rupees, how you can buy in 5,000 rupees, and how you can buy this Lego thing. And all these things, let's say I got a startup from Maharashtra who is serving a very nice product in 1,000 bucks. So I'm going to mention it. I'm going to charge that startup, let's say, some XYZ amount for a month's time or year's time. Let's say 10,000 bucks or 5,000 bucks or 1,000 or whatever. And then they are getting the backlinks, because if you are interested in 1,000 bucks solution, you click on this, you go onto that website and you can buy it. This link can also be to Amazon. So one way is you are buying, you are taking money from the manufacturer, and you are also getting affiliated into that Amazon affiliate program. So 3-4% you are also taking from Amazon. You can also ask these manufacturers to start putting the product on your website directly. So you can directly collect the order also. So many different things can be done with a blog only.
So I think another thing that how affiliate thing works is that I can also, as a blogger, can type with other blogs who talk about, let's say, for example, education. Then I promote them on my blog and that they promote me.
Yeah, this is called cross blogging.
Yeah, so I think
It's called, yeah. So obviously collaboration works always better, and he said very rightly, we do cross blogging because we want to increase the traffic. You are having a traffic, I'm having a traffic, and we are not interests are separate. I'm trying to sell different thing, you are trying to sell different thing, but to the same audience we can always collaborate. That is very important, because if he is also selling robotics, you are also selling robotics, then it will not make any sense. So again, teacher planner, or the way we say we are trying to make a business, we need to understand what is the right way of making money. So we were still in this quadrant where low input, low return was there. And then let's come on to the next level, online tuition thing, which has like, we usually, like when I talk to in general to teachers who are trying to become a teacher planner, they understand this only usually. And this has become a real big business today. With the help of latest technologies, this online tuition thing is really going leaps and bounds. And you know those big names already. Oh, I just missed ebooks. Okay, so I'm sorry. Now ebooks is again a very, very nice product. Let's say I'm very interested in parenting. So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to create an audience who is willing to buy my products. I can create different products. I have met Mr. Bhargav, I have met Mr. Ashok, met Mr. Pant, and I was having many stories about the parenting thing, how that kid was working not well and then suddenly started working well, or how this kid was flawless in everything and then suddenly, the performance went down, and trying to understand why this happened. And I created 5, 6, 10 stories in one go, created an ebook. Now, ebook in itself is a big business. One way it is very good to give people as a freebie. When you're trying to create an audience, as I said, you are writing a blog on a high traffic zone of like My City for Kids, and you're trying to tell in your blogs, okay, so this is let's say November, and it is very right time for kids going to the monuments. You can visit Humayun tomb to let them understand the architecture of earlier times. It is wonderful. And if you want to know more, please visit my website and also get a free ebook on parenting. Now, this is an incentive to that buyer. Otherwise, like the TV thing, we are having remote, we just do channel scanning. The similar way, we also do internet surfing. And the moment we are not finding something good, we just switch on to something else. The incentives works very well. The moment you are saying a free ebook on parenting, it is something everybody wants to know about parenting. If one is having a daughter like me, my daughter, she's 5.5 and very naughty, and she keeps giving me queries every day. Like I go home. Today, I want to understand how that rain happens. I'm trying to tell her, okay, see, this water is there in this sea, and then the sun comes, and this water vaporizes. What is vaporized? So you are trying to understand that trend. If somebody is going to help you understanding how you can quench that thirst of information for that young kid, that can be very wonderful. So we are always willing to get that help. And if that kind of incentive is available, any parent, if parents are your buyers for your products, they will definitely take this bait, and they are on your followers list. So one way it is very good marketing tool, ebook writing. The other way, you can also create money with it. The big hoopla came around 5 years back when that ebook, this $1 trick, they call it. What they did, anyways they were going to sell it, use it for the marketing purpose. They said only $1. Usually the psychology in sales works differently. Mr. Ashok will tell you, if you're trying to sell beer, the same beer, and this was a research actually, a beer pint, they were trying to sell it in $39, $49, and $59. The same pint with a different name. Surprisingly, that 49 thing sold much more than the 39. Because we believe as a human being, if that is costlier, this will be better, and then we do not want to buy the most expensive thing. So the same beer from the same brand, $49 beer was being sold much more. The same way, same concept works here. When you are trying to give something as a prized thing, they understand, yes, this must be something worthwhile. Otherwise, I will not buy. Free is, nothing. They're just trying to roam around. So that $1 tricks works very well, and then it makes a lot of money for people. Because 50-60 रुपए मेरे लिए कुछ फायदा नहीं है. Okay, यार, let's try. As a matter of fact, many people do it in this way. They will buy, they will never read it, but then you will make money. जैसे बच्चों का होता है, आज के टाइम में इंजीनियरिंग में है मेरा बेटा, and he bought that kit. He is never using it. Why he has given that money to the coaching center? He is never going it. Why he has paid to the gym? He is never going it. So we have that kind of tendencies also. When this is small amount, we are not bothered. So we hit it, we buy it. So for a teacher planner, this is a very good idea to start writing some small books. Try to hit it. Amazon gives you a kind of benefit for 5 days. This will be like, the moment you are trying to put a book, ebook on it, for 5 days they will be giving, there is a separate list, the new books which are coming, and this will be spread to all those buyers who are having similar interest. Because you must be knowing Google and Amazon do profiling of people. And when they do profiling, they understand what kind of things they are willing to buy. So similar kind of things, if they are there, will be given to these buyers. But this is very important. The title is very important. You should do now. When I say title, it comes about analytics. Telling all these stuff in one event will be very difficult, but I'll try to touch upon. When I do title, I have to understand what kind of things people are really searching. And if my ideas are crystal clear, if I'm saying the parenting bug, now this is something everybody have curiosity about. What is parenting bug? And then anybody who was, when I start searching something for my kid and I'm trying to understand how to parent well, I will obviously put parenting. So that number gels well. And then you have to do one exercise where you are trying to understand. You have to create a kind of a table where you are trying to understand, for this word, what was the search number total, how many people were searching, and for this word, how many people were searching, for this word, how many people, and then you are trying to optimize. Wherever minimum number of people were searching with a maximum result, that is your number where you are trying to hit the word. So that word you try to put it into the title, and this concept is called a part of analytics. Analytics is much bigger today, but this is one thing you can do. But even if you do not understand it, because it takes a little bit of technical understanding, what I will suggest, take clear-cut words which are really being searched. That will be more effective. Writing then the name as creating the cyborg. It is much better to write robotics, because people are many less people will be knowing about cyborg, but robotics everybody knows. So there are much better chances to get be onto the platform. So I was there on online tuition. Now with IQ, Tuts2, or whatever, these startups has made big news, big headlines when they were funded from big investors. Now, since, as I was telling you, this online tuition thing has been growing phenomenally. Already it's a more than $1 billion market, and there are many companies now working in it. Earlier it was very difficult when I was trying to, like Sir said, Salman Khan was trying to give that Skype or some kind of method. Now they have created these kind of solutions where you not necessarily are being watched. It's not a video, but there is a tool through which you can write, you can speak, and then the speed is much faster, and the kid can understand. So you're just trying to make a circle with a hand, and the software is such it will make a perfect circle at the other side. So teaching maths become easy. So now with this thing, obviously, the moment you are going to take online tuition, you have to pay a little bit amount to that platform to get on the platform. So that's why now the money is being put, and that's why it is getting this side high input. So this was here, and then we are going this side. So this is going to put you more money. Now with that online thing, see, as Payal also said, we are having many capabilities and we are not thinking about it. You can be very good at curriculum designing also, but you are not understanding. The same way, you may be good at let's say I'm a homemaker and I know French, but I did it in long back and I hardly remember it. But if I do a just quick work, I'm sure it was a language. I can be good at it again. So then, obviously, I can start teaching. Maybe my initial paycheck is smaller. I'm still doing it with, let's say, 200 rupees an hour or 100 rupees an hour. But the moment, कहते हैं करत करत अभ्यास जड़मति हो सुजान. So we can be better and better and better, and then obviously my paycheck is getting hefty. Then comes the courses. Now this is something amazing. With the newer and newer technology, now creating your own courses has become much easier and much. So for that, like again, creating courses makes a lot of your time. It's not that easy. You can do it in a week's time or something. It takes a lot of time, and that's why it has been put more towards it, because time is money, I believe. So that way it has been put. It is not taking money like this. It is going to take your time, and that way you are creating. But if you are creating that course, obviously there are many platforms now today who are giving you the opportunity to create your own platform for delivering the courses. Now you can deliver courses like any kind of thing you can create, like how to be a good dog lover. People are selling these kind of courses, and then they are being sold, because always there exists a niche which will buy your product. My wife is an animal lover. I hardly understand how she can be that mad for animals. So like all these stray dogs in my community, she has names for everything, everyone. This is Mona, this is Patria, this is Milo, this is Mickey, or and my daughter also knows all the names, and she keeps telling me, and I hardly understand it. In my home, we are having 3 dogs, all those stray dogs, but they were like abandoned in the streets, and she adopted them, and now they're grown-ups, and like they are making my life hell. But as a duty bound and obedient husband, sir.
Anupam, that can be reproduced because that's a rare breed that doesn't exist.
Obedient and beautiful husbands don't exist.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. So, but I am.
They can appear to be.
There exceptions always exist. Yeah. So okay. So now the issue is again, as I was talking earlier, the problem is information. We are not looking for information. We believe we know best, and that this is our word, and that's it. And that's why these new teacher planners who could have made a beautiful enterprise are not making the stuff just because they do not know that this thing exists. But then if you actually go on Edmodo or Web 2.0 or whatsoever, you'll realize okay, it is already 12:30, I can go fast. So worksheets and books. This is also a very good thing. Uh, when you have already created courses, worksheet takes a lot of effort. You are always trying to create a kind of hands-on thing or activity-based things. So worksheets are known for this. So more brain power is used, more visualization is needed, and that's why it needs more time. You need to spend more time with the kids, or to understand it. For a teacher who have been into teaching, let's say third class EVS, she also needs a lot of time to understand what ways to create a worksheet. Like as Payal said, she was asked to do this and she started doing it. Till that time she was not doing it. So she was trying to understand what ways this solution can be made. It took long time, but now she can train somebody else with a very small time. But that takes time. And then you can make money. Curriculum again, I will not say much about it. Kids. As I said earlier also, you can create kits. Like if like I was seeing a big opportunity in science space. We do not have anything which is from India creating some nice products. Although a couple of young startups are trying to do some work around it. I saw that Xperifun is a wonderful product. Like it is being run by a IIM graduate, 2-3 of them. Xperifun was a wonderful product. You can just visit the product. So, but when I see the exploring of young kids, I realize they hardly been given some simple handlings. They are like they are always watching it in the pictures. You see websites. They are usually being inherited by the international manufacturers. Even the pictures made by the Indian company are those Gora kids, and then we are trying to sell it to Indian market, and this is a hype that is being created. But when it comes to the product, usually we end up in getting some weird products. What I'm trying to tell, create solutions for Indian psyche and Indian people, and you can create some wonderful product. Here in India, वो एक बहुत बढ़िया ऐड आता था कि वो this is a world class car, this do that, and वो पूछता है कितना देती है mileage. So हम लोग इंडिया में we are very money conscious. We want to take the best thing with least amount. वो मेरे पिताजी बोलते हैं कि बेटा वो जो हमारे यहाँ तो जो हंडिया लेते हैं, वो जो मटका छोटा वाला होता है, वो भी बजा बजा के देखते हैं कहीं उसमें छेद वेद तो नहीं है. 10-20 पैसे, 50 पैसे, 5 रुपए, 50 रुपए इतना होता होगा. $2.50 होगा. सर हंडिया छोटी होती है, वो सस्ते में आएंगी.
आज मटका लेने जाओगे तो $2.50
So point is कि हम लोग we are very conscious about money. We have to create solutions that are local, and those solutions can go abroad also, because there are much bigger market. In Africa there are 54 countries, and there is only 2 businesses flourishing today. One is power, other is education. So it's huge market for any person trying to work in education. Literally. I have a friend over there, he was like after me, Anupam, tu yaar aaja yahan pe. I'm in Ethiopia, I'm covering this entire zone, already covering more than 20 countries, and I have big connections. I sell power products. He's an inverter guy because I was an electrical engineer, he was an electrical engineer. So, tu aaja, education product banayenge, bahut paisa kamayenge. I said no, I'd rather be here. So kits can be a very good thing if you're really interested in something. And then one more thing, it's not necessarily that you're creating kits in technology only. When I say your kid is, um, let's say the kid is in any field, any of the field, like be it medical, be it law, be it commerce, be it anything, science, maths, whatsoever, psychology, whatsoever. There is one thing that one needs to know today, and that is international politics. If you are not teaching your kids globalization, if you're not teaching your kids international politics, you are actually snatching their future from them. In India, we do not have a pattern to teach history. History is most backward kind of subject. But today, what is happening? You are working in a global environment. The other kid or other peer sitting with you is from Korea. The another is from Palestine. The other is from Israel. Now, if you are being asked to be a leader of this team, how you are going to survive if you don't know the relationship between Israel and Palestine, or Ireland or UK? Because we believe only two countries are fighting, that is Hindustan, Pakistan. The issue is we are not teaching our kids history. My cousin, son of my mama, who was in US, who is in US, sorry, he got admitted to Harvard for the undergrad. I said, Pratik, yaar, तूने कैसे कर लिया? He said, simple. The best student of mathematics in USA, the best student of history in USA, how they can deny? Now, when you're trying to train your kids for the upcoming globalization, they should know what is the culture of France, what is the cuisine of France, what is the history of France, what ways he was connected to the World War. We usually see people, like if I really start asking people here, not many will be able to tell why the first World War I was fought in the World War II. I'm not talking, it's fine. Yeah, you want to say something?
I want to say something related to history.
Yeah.
I'll just take a moment.
Yeah,
So
sure.
I grew up in this locality, South Extension, which has a lot of these old monuments. There's this area called Kotla Mubarakpur.
Right.
And there's so many of those tombs around there. I still do not know the history of the place. That was where the playground that we went to in the evenings had this gumbat there, and we knew there was a cover and all kinds of tricks were happening.
Right.
We would lie on the cover and stand up when a new visitor came and things. But we didn't know the history of the place, and I still don't know. And I'm just taking this moment to say that as a teacher, because we don't know the teacherpreneur, today I go for heritage walks as a new area of interest for me. And I find that these history teachers, they did something very creative. So these history teachers have formed their little social media presence and groups and followers, and they just get together and get people like me or who've not studied history formally, and we just go for these walks. And you pay 1,000 for a morning, 500 to 1,000 for a morning, and they give you a good history lesson at the site. And it's really very nice. So we have all these PhD scholars from JNU and Delhi University, MPhil students doing history lessons. And I think that's very good enterprise. So Sunday morning, you make your 15,000 bucks and you come back.
See, when I say always create localized solution, and we are very money conscious, so you'll not be creating a big change with this. Obviously, a little change will be made there. We will see the distribution of the demographic distribution of India. Very few people are in those we call them the privileged ones, and then any and everybody is trying to serve the lower strata in the name of NGO. I am like very passionate about education. I want to do something good, so I go to that slum and I teach people. I do not.
What I'm talking is not NGO. What I'm just.
So, no. I'm not saying. See, I'm saying 1,000 rupees for a trip in the morning. I will not pay.
500.
See.
You know your ego. I go to these walks and they say, ma'am, agri wala lesson aap le lo.
What he's trying to say is that, what he's trying to say is that, yes, people like you, us, all of us sitting in this room would be interested in a walk like that.
See.
But then what he's trying to address
I tell you.
how to
I tell you.
I'm truly
I tell you, I tell you, I'm telling you, Payal. Studies Weekly is a very well-known name in US now. I'm in talks with them to put their product in India. What they did, like in USA, books are very expensive, very expensive. So what they did a rigorous research in kind of EVS thing and kind of science. And what they did, they came up with a new newspaper kind of thing. So it comes weekly, and you can use it for the curriculum also. And this is very economic, very economic. Means even for the Indian perspective, it is very economic. So it will be something like a value of one book for the entire year. And then they are doing wonderful job. What they do, if you are buying one, you are also paying one more for the Uganda. So they are supporting another country with the same one. What I'm trying to tell, the rigorous research is needed in certain areas, and then the same thing can be used by many people. So economy of scale will actually lower the price. If you're trying to make walks, it is obviously a individual involved into something. So price increase. So what I'm trying to say, if we are trying to solve local problems, we have to think
Scalability.
Yeah, scalability. And this solution was not scalable. Yeah.
Sure. Can I
Yeah.
add something to that?
Yeah, sure.
So I'd like to add to your point. You know, I was in a school in Meerut last month, and I was crossing a maths class. So the teacher was teaching trigonometry. Now, what the teacher is teaching is, while we were learning trigonometry, we used to think, some people have curly brown hair through proper brushing. Sign was that. The teacher was saying, Pakistan bhukha pyasa, Hindustan hara bhara. Now, I was shocked, So basically, you are conditioning the child to think like that. So what you're saying is, instead of just looking outside the solutions, let's look inside the classes. Then can we at least ask our teachers to talk about what's the importance of culture and everything, and then add things to our history classes and our maths classes, right? So,
Yeah. Say like in my class, it was like Pandit Badri Prasad Har. So
State of politics now.
yeah. So now I have to rush because I now realize it is already time. So can I take 10-15 minutes? 10. So it is like online presence. We know, like it is only one slide for this. What I'm trying to tell you something very important, because you are trying to create your own portfolio. We know this Facebook. How many people have account on Facebook? कमाल है, काफी कम लोगों का Facebook अकाउंट है. तो कोई हाथ नहीं उठा रहा है. Come on. There was like I was in. Okay. Very right. That's a feedback. I'll remember it. You know. हाँ? किसका नहीं है? So we do have people.
And let me explain. I was one of the early adopters on Facebook, and I gave up Facebook and LinkedIn both when I turned 65 as part of my digital vanaprasth. I continue to be on WhatsApp, on Twitter, on everything which is like controlled by me.
And they're much faster, much
and,
faster.
and whatever.
Right.
So I'm not against social media, but I found Facebook too open, and LinkedIn was very awkward for me because some 23-year-old urchin will endorse me for e-learning. Endorse for e-learning by some 23-year-old urchin, and then somebody will send me a message, please endorse me for this. So the point is, the social media and the context. LinkedIn is for young professionals to network. I am not in that stage. So when I turned 65, I actually closed both of these. I still get some messages, but there is no way I can tell the world that I'm not on Facebook.
Right.
That's why I asked you this question. How do I tell the world that I'm not on Facebook?
We started an account on Facebook to tell the world
That I am not.
I'm going off Facebook.
No, I've already gone.
Yeah. So fine. So I'll say again. As I said, we are trying to create a portfolio online to create our audience. And we need to understand what is best for us. Otherwise, when let's say I start creating those worksheets and I'm trying to sell it, what I do, I'll create my account on Facebook, I'll create my account on Twitter, I'll create on LinkedIn, I'll create on everything, and then I'm jeopardized. I'm not able to manage it, and I'm not understanding what ways these platform works, and what ways my audience is trying to be on it. So we need to understand what ways these platform works. For Facebook, you can understand it's a big house where you know everybody, whoever is in this house. If Payal is working with, I'm sorry, आपका मैं नाम भूल गया, प्रथम guy, Pradeep. So Payal is talking to Pradeep, I'm talking to Ashok, and somebody else is talking to somebody else. It's fine. We are not bothered what the other guys are talking, because we know everybody here. It's a community. We know everybody. So whenever I am trying to create a product which I am trying to test in a known community, and I am trying to go slow on the product, I'm still testing it. Facebook marketing is very good. But Twitter is altogether a different thing. It's like the ancient times of, earlier times of, I not take ancient, but earlier times of those share bazaar, where everybody was trying to shout, जो ज़्यादा चिल्लाएगा, उसका ही माल ज़्यादा बिकेगा. So everybody is trying to shout. I was there on that thing. I was speaking today. Okay, this government is not working well. Education is going nowhere. So so we try to collaborate or connect with people who are talking something similar to what I thought. So Twitter is a room where everybody is shouting. Whoever shouts more gets more audience. That means you have to rapidly. It is a rapid fire thing. Let's say every 5 minutes, 10 minutes, you're posting something. Then only you are being heard. You are being recognized. So if you are having that kind of energy, then only choose Twitter. But with Twitter, you're using hashtags today every place. So the possibility of making an audience internationally is much higher than trying to use with Facebook. So think about it, what kind of product you are trying to sell. If it is a worksheet you are trying to sell, it will be much better I start with Delhi and with my own friends. So Facebook can be a better thing. But if I'm trying to sell my kind of product, the Box Zero by Matt Resistor, which is a product can be used by anybody, I have to use Twitter. But then LinkedIn. Now LinkedIn is something, it's kind of a conference. Everybody is sitting, somebody is speaking, those things are coming, some influencers are speaking. And what you're trying to do, Namit is trying to talk to this gentleman sitting beside him. What is it? He come closer to him and say, "Hi sir, how are you?" Similarly, on LinkedIn, we are trying to nudge the people whom we know and trying to tell them that what we are doing. If you appreciate, then we can talk in the break. Else the other guy can also say, "Please don't talk, I'm trying to listen." So you need to understand what kind of solutions you are trying to do. When a B2B kind of sale is you are trying to do, LinkedIn is wonderful. You can create those 20, 30 or 40 main people who can buy products from you. If you're trying to sell a product which is in a testing phase or is a slow processed thing, or then you are using Facebook. When you are selling things from Facebook, remember, do not try to promote your product through a Facebook page. Facebook page is a very bad way of promoting your product, because the algorithms of Facebook are made in such a way that they will make sure if you are not buying their paid product, you will not reach to the right people. Always create a group, Facebook group. Now, Facebook group is something, whatever you are going to write, it will reach to all the people in Facebook group. So try to create a Facebook group. It will give you much more return as an audience than comparing to a Facebook page. You can have 4,000 likes on my Facebook page, but nobody is coming on my event because they will never get that invite of this event. So now Pinterest and YouTube. Now, when I talk about Pinterest, I will say I'm not much aware about it, so I'll not take this topic, Pinterest. But whatever little I know, with the progress in image processing, we are now, like sir was telling about MathTech, the way you write that equation and with the picture only you can get the solutions. The same way Pinterest has been made in a very nice way that you can propagate your information in much faster way, because understanding and visualize images is much better way for many people than comparing to text or the videos. So Pinterest, that's why Pinterest grew. But YouTube now is a very, very strong way of creating audience, especially for teacher trainers. You can create those small videos, 1 minute video, 2 minute video kind of thing, teasers we call them, 30 second, 60 second. And you're trying to convey what you think. There are lead bloggers who are making things like 3 lakh, 4 lakh, 10 lakh bucks per month. And they have a habit. They create a video every day. So for 1 minute, they will be like creating the video with the this laptop only, and they will post it. So you feel like as an audience, as a follower, that you are interacting every day with them. So he will get up in the morning or in the night. He will make sure that he's creating a video of 1 minute, trying to tell what happens today. And if you start doing this, I can tell you, like, your audience will increase manifold very fast. So the idea is we need to understand these platforms, we need to understand our product line, and accordingly we have to identify the solutions. I will not talk much about it because we are already getting late. Understanding retail engines. इसमें मैं आपको सिर्फ कुछ 2-3 चीजें ही बताना चाहूँगा. Although I wanted to tell a lot of things about it, but I'll tell you a small few things. We can create our own website. So suppose I'm trying to sell science kits for kids. Now I can sell it in 2 ways. I can sell it on Facebook, Flipkart or Amazon. The B, I am creating my own website. Now if you go out in the market, you will realize people will if you're not a web designer or web developer kind of person, you'll realize they'll start asking you anything starting from 30,000-40,000 to 1 lakh rupees for creating such a website. But then these websites are very vulnerable for financial hacks. So this is a big issue. Then what happens? You are trying to buy it from a right vendor who can give you some real stuff with a safety. That kind of solution will not cost you less than 3.5 lakh per year as a software as a service mode. So then you have to understand, am I going to make that much money to put that in 3.5 lakh into it? So then it comes like a marketplace. Marketplace is something where they have created a platform where you can understand it is like multiple shops they have created. So you are getting your own account with a password. So you are having your own shop. Whatever you are doing is being sold in that shop. And this big market have a big lock. So not anybody can enter into it. So that way you are safe. What you are doing, whatever you are selling, you are sharing the profits of that sale. So that's the idea. But So you have to understand what kind of revenue I am trying to create, what kind of profit margins I am having on that product, and depending on that, you decide whether I want to go solo or on a platform. I hope it was clear. I will not be talking much on it, but you can talk to me separately to understand on any of the topics that we have. Product promotion and money minting. I am really thinking why I put money minting on it, but it was actually about money. That way only I wrote it. Um, so for any beginner, for any beginner, if you're trying to create your audience, an email list is the most advisable way of starting your business, whatever you are trying to sell. Most efficient, easiest, economic, everything. How you start is very important. Like if I मैं एक किराने की दुकान चालू करता हूँ, प्रोविजन स्टोर, व्हाट आई डू, मेरे जितने फ्रेंड्स हैं उनको बोलता हूँ यार वो दुकान खोली है, अब सामान हमारे यहाँ से ही लियो. Similarly, when you are trying to sell your product, you try to identify who all in your community, your friends, your relatives, who all may be interested or who may influence somebody else onto that product. So you talk to your friends and relatives and your community and tell them this product I am creating. So if you are interested, I will be, interested to give you little information about it. So if you are, let's say, parenting, so I'll be telling you what good things are happening in parenting, what kind of good products are coming for kids. Will you be interested? Obviously, let's say out of 100, 5-10 people are saying yes, I'm interested. It seems nice. Then second step, you say okay. If you are not interested, then at least ask your community and your friends and your relatives to go onto my platform and see what kind of things can be interested. So it is the second step. So you first way you are hitting the whoever you know directly, and second you are hitting people who are the other way. तो वो जो हम कोई मूवी देखी थी सलमान की 3 आदमी की मदद कर दे. So that way this is the second step. Now the real thing comes. Write to them. Will it be fine if I will be sending you information packets every 2-3 weeks about what kind of things are available, what kind of information, what kind of products are available in this space, or what project I am involved into, like what ways it is developing, and can you help me? Influencer thing, or हमारे यहाँ कहते हैं हिंदुस्तान में everybody is a राय चल, हमको राय देना बहुत पसंद है ना. मतलब सर IIT से पास किया था आपने, सर कैसे IIT में, मेरे को बता दो सर, मैं तो IIT में नहीं आ पाया. Okay, मैं बताता हूँ. So everybody is a right hand. So if this guy is not directly helping you, just tell them, sir देखो ये करने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ, you only know this, you are तो मतलब आपको तो सभी पता है. So can you help me on it? And they will be very much happy to help you. And then take people from them. The very basic thing, like somebody was asking a dentist, यार आपने डेंटिस्ट्री की, आप ये बताओ कि ऐसा क्या चीज एक्स्ट्रा तुमको पढ़ाते कि तुमको बहुत फायदा होता. उसने कहा सर एक कोर्स अगर सेलिंग का भी डाल देते ना तो बहुत अच्छा होता. As Ashok sir also said and Panch sir also, that selling is always being taken negative in our context in India. It is being taken negatively just because we have been treating this thing in that way. If you go to Brian Tracy things and you will read those famous book of Brian Tracy, who is one of the biggest seller of the world and has been speaking on it, you'll realize what he is trying to tell to the salespeople, that without you this economy will not work. When things are being produced, they are not making money. They are making money only when they are being sold. And when they are being sold, the economy is running. If the money is not being made, economies will not run. Any country will not run. So you are doing good to the community. You are doing good to your country. You should do it. And that's true. The only problem is a few folks who are just trying to sell insurance policy by selling a lie. Today, sales is not about ganje ko kanga bekna. That is actually crap, frankly speaking. It is all about identifying pain areas and then telling them, sir, there are this solution. We also have a solution. Like for that matter, when I was in Atal Tinkering Lab meeting, I did not say why you are not using box 08. I simply said your own government has funded a project with the name EXPIs and that product is working very well. Why you are not using it? It is a 2000 rupees device. Why you are not using it? I know that is a very lower level product. So if people are going to use and going to compare, obviously they'll buy box 0. But then telling them that EXPIs is also there and box 0 is also there, then let the buyer decide what thing they want to buy. So you have to make sure your product or your services are good for your buyers, and you have to identify the pain area, and you have to be a consultant. Sir, don't buy this today, otherwise you'll end up screwing your financial thing, because this policy will lapse in 6 months, or there are this issue. Rather, you buy that thing, it will be a bit expensive, but it will be serving you for whole life. No, and this is my advice, and you go and talk to any, and you talk to this, that, and then take decision. I'm in no hurry. So now this guy starts getting belief in you. The same way you are creating a product and you are telling, see, worksheets are many in this market. You need to understand what is to be taught to a kid. वो एक शीशा टूटता भी है, चटकता भी है, और क्या बोलते हैं, चक्रमचूर भी हो जाता है. But that thing is not available for your kid as a vocabulary in English. So are you equally telling breaking and cracking and shattered? So that way, many companies are making money in English. I think you must be knowing. So like I have been approached by many. That can you help us in promoting our product? So so as I was telling you, Facebook promotion and all those things. The idea is give people proposals. This is very important. Like 3 days back, I got a message from a number. Anupam apna number share kar, Rahul Chaudhary. And then I realized Rahul Chaudhary was my classmate 14 years back. And I said, okay, this is my number. It was on Meetup, I got that message. So he called up after a day and he said, yaar tu kya kar raha hai? Matlab, what you are doing in startup space? I said, I am running a community, I am trying to help people. Yaar, I am also running a edtech startup, I need your help. तो मेरे को ये marketing plan बनाना है, I am not understanding कैसे करेंगे. मैंने कहा कोई बात नहीं, I'll help you. What kind of help you want? तो उसने कहा कि अच्छा ठीक है, ऐसा है. And then okay, I'll be ready with my product in 15 days. So what ways you'll help? You'll be helping as a friend, or you want to be as a professional? I said, यार नौकरी छोड़ के मैं काम करता हूँ. I will be a professional, and it will be good for each of us that we are professional. So you need to understand, you are helping somebody, you're going to put your time, so there's nothing bad on asking some return. The only help you can do is give genuine price and give genuine help. If you do not know something, say it straight, I don't know. That is a much better way to be a fair person as a seller, as a teacher friend. I'm starting this platform called edX. It is exactly a platform to help edupreneurs and teacher trainers, to help them all around putting their products to the right audience. And I'm starting it as a blog only. What I'm trying to do here in India, learning exposure for kids is really crucial, and we are not getting right exposure to the kids. What happens, like when my daughter was 3, I was trying to find out new solution for my kid, like what ways she can learn more. So I went to this Air Force Museum, and the curator was Major Ruby Chaudhary. I saw the entire facility and I said, I want to talk to the curator. It is a wonderful facility, what an infrastructure, and you guys are ruining this. So I got the chance to talk to her for 15 minutes on another day. I said, okay, I'll come and I'll talk. So it was a Wednesday. She said, Anupam, I have only 15 minutes because I have to go to something else. So I said, okay. And we started talking, and the meeting went on. And then she said, okay, Anupam, now I have to go to my son's school. I have to put him back to my home. You stay here, I'll come back in 15 minutes. So she went, she came back. So entire meeting was around 4 hours. She was a graduate from IIM Indore. And she was knowing what things I was talking about. I said there are only 2 things you can expect from this kind of thing. One, you are encouraging people to get into Air Force. B, you are going to give some kind of education to young kids, and your entire setup is not doing anything, any of them. So if you allow me, I can create some programs where, if you go to those developed nations, you'll really see volunteerism. Like I'm a this, I'm that. Like I have been an astronaut. I'll come today. I'll talk about space. I have been a forest officer, so I'll be talking about lions and cats and so that kind of thing. So there is a trend, a social system where every weekend or every holiday we are trying to jump with our kids to those places like museums or science centers or zoo. Or here it is the other way. Over there you will see tickets are being sold even for a year. So you buy one ticket and you can go multiple times. Here, when we are going science center, it is having 7 galleries, and what we are trying to do, आज ही खत्म कर देंगे सारा, जल्दी जल्दी भाग के देख ले बेटा. मम्मी को आप देखोगे हाथ पकड़ के भागती हुई जा रही, सब कुछ देख ले. आज ही खत्म कर. 40 rupees ticket है, उसको भी आज ही खत्म करना. That's why I said we are money conscious. I went to them and I said, most of your exhibits are not working. Why don't you work with me? Allow me to do something good for you. And they said, we are already working with Intel. We have opened a bigger space. I said, come on. They are launching their product Galileo, which is actually a crap. And for that they are supporting me. But I am talking about your main product, the exhibit. They are not working. Nobody is there to tell things about it. Why don't you create a program? I'll create some volunteers and train them, and they will come and give things. And let's create a kind of NGO. Just give me that money so that it can be funded. They said, you are a very new guy. How can we do that? No. This will not. So I went to other places also and got similar answers. So I thought I'll do it on my own. I started a group called Real School on Meetup. Like around 500 people are there now in it. And I keep doing free events. Let's understand scientific process. Let's go and do a scavenger hunt at zoo. Or people are like, then people started asking, "Kya kar rahe ho?" Because सब बच्चों के हाथ में board थे, and they were having some sheets, and wherever they were going, they were writing something or ticking something. So point is, we have to create that learning exposure to the kids. So on edX, what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to curate all those stuff which is right for the kid and can be economic. You really do not need to buy a Mindstorm only to teach robotics, and then it is being kind of evaluated also. So parents will use it and then tell, okay, it was good, it was bad, or on that play lab I saw that particular device was not working well, everything else was fine. So this is a feedback to the manufacturer, they improve the product. So that kind of a solution. And then everybody is getting benefited. So that's all. I'll sign off for the day. So,